TJ never need to know what you intended to do.
He deserves a name. It's time we give her one.
She'll be behind bars.
I wouldn't bet on you.
The only thing Sonny responds to is leverage. What bait?
Man of the brain. You have to choose.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm exhausted by the Davis family storyline. It feels like we're hearing the same things repeated every time they're on screen. It's been dragging on forever, and it's time to wrap it up and move on. Agent Cates is on a downward spiral, obsessed with taking down Sonny. Even Ava can see how unhinged he's become. This storyline has gone from frustrating to downright disturbing, especially with how it portrays surrogacy in such a negative light. It never should have been written this way. It's a disservice to surrogates everywhere. The only way to salvage this mess is if it turns out the other surrogate didn't lose the baby, or if Molly gets pregnant. I was initially excited to see Christina take on such a selfless act, but the writers completely ruined it. Christina is devastated over losing the baby, and it's understandable that grief can warp her perception, leading her to blame Ava. In her mind, she might truly believe Ava was responsible. But instead of piling on her, it's important to acknowledge her trauma. As for Molly and TJ, I'm tired of their know-it-all attitudes. I often find myself fast-forwarding through their scenes. Meanwhile, Cates has completely lost it. He's become a madman. Christina needs to come clean that it was an accident and that Ava didn't push her. She tripped and fell. Lastly, I have to say that Christina, much like Alexis and Sonny, has become an unbearable character. Jagger's character was ruined from the moment they recast him, and Sonny has no business going against Anna. His character has been one of the most toxic on television, and GH has sacrificed the integrity of so many other characters just to prop him up. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. TJ was relentless, attacking Christina regardless of her state of mind. His negativity extended to everyone, from Sonny to Molly. I couldn't believe how harshly Molly criticized Christina, bringing up things from high school and even the time she was slapped. Even though Molly was very concerned about herself, Christina has always been supportive, despite all the challenges she's faced, from Alexis running her down to the ups and downs with Parker during college. Christina's journey has been rocky, from Parker being her teacher to the pitfalls she encountered, like joining a cult. Thankfully, Sam was there to help Christina get back on track. They even went through group therapy sessions with Sonny, Alexis, and Molly, where Neil, the therapist Alexis had a relationship with, played a pivotal role. It was tragic when Harmony killed Neil with an overdose, which led to Alexis losing her law license. Despite all this, the bond between the Davis sisters was incredibly strong. Molly was always the level-headed one who never flew off the handle or attacked Christina. The original connection between the Davis girls was something special. I don't understand Christina's role in this situation. Is she listed as the mother, or did she sign over the baby to Molly? Is that why she's not involved in naming the baby with TJ or planning the funeral? I hope Molly and TJ realize that Christina had no intention of actually letting them raise the baby. Christina is now experiencing the grief that Molly and TJ would have felt if the baby had lived, because she was planning to keep the baby all along. Her scheming to keep the baby was disgusting. I could never imagine keeping the baby if I were a surrogate for my sister. It would be the greatest honor to help someone I love in that way. Doesn't Alexis know that Molly and Christina had a huge argument, where Christina basically told Molly she was going to keep the baby because she thought Molly and TJ were going to break up? I don't like how Molly is treating Christina. Both she and TJ need to stop. While I agree that Christina went too far by claiming the baby as hers, she did carry it for 9 months. The writer should stop pitting the sisters against each other. As for naming the baby, I don't think Christina has any right if she had stuck to her promise to her sister. But it would be nice if they could come together for the funeral since they are family. Just my opinion. I loved the scenes with Ava and Nina yesterday. They were definitely the highlight of the show. Jagger's meltdown in court and the judge putting him in his place were also standouts. However, this storyline is getting ridiculous. Suddenly, everyone believes Ava, and no one seems to notice that Jagger is spiraling out of control. These endless storylines that never reach a conclusion drive viewers away. It's time to wrap this up. Ava won't cross Sonny. She'll likely tell him what Kate's is up to because it benefits her in staying involved in Avery's life. She'll always prioritize Avery over Kate's. I'm hopeful that Molly is pregnant, and it would make for some classic soap drama if she realizes she confronted Ava while pregnant, just like Christina did. Molly has already admitted to TJ that she was angry when she confronted Ava, but in typical Molly fashion, she patted herself on the back for not physically attacking Ava, all while suggesting that Christina might have intended to kill her. I hope Molly and TJ will have another baby one day. Alexa's telling Christina that Molly and TJ don't need to know what she intended to do suggests that Christina was planning to keep their baby. Christina pushed them into letting her be the surrogate and egg donor, claiming they could trust her, but once again, she's showing that she intended to prioritize her own desires over theirs. GA should block all those fake profiles of the actors, and the real actors should work on it too. I don't understand why they allow people to impersonate them. It's very annoying, and some people actually believe what's written and make contact. It's time to clean up this mess. This show has been on the air for over 61 years, and I've watched most of those years. But I've never seen so much fuss made over the baby of a couple that we barely saw in the first place. I don't remember characters like Jesse Brewer, Audrey, Leslie Weber, Heather, or Tiffany Hill ever having a funeral or naming a baby after a miscarriage. This is all too much. The surrogacy storyline was unnecessary because the audience hasn't had enough time to get emotionally invested in Molly and TJ. They never got much airtime, even before Haley Pullos had to leave the role of Molly. The show needs to keep moving forward. Killing off the baby was a good move because it sparked some decent drama. Now, it's time to break up Molly and TJ. Kristen Vaginos and Taj Bello have no chemistry, and Taj needs a new love interest and storyline. He's a great actor who deserves better. That's why I said Christina deserves whatever happens to her. I knew she had no intention of giving the baby to Molly and TJ, and now she has no baby at all. I don't feel sorry for her. I enjoyed the scenes between Ava and Nina. They were being real and honest with each other. It's a shame what's happening to Kate's. The actor deserves better. I'm over Christina already. Some people are upset with Molly and TJ in this storyline, but the baby was their daughter. I'll be fast-forwarding through Molly and TJ's scenes again. I'm just sick of this storyline. The only one who should be in jail is Kate's, because Ava is about to double-cross him. She won't give him the statement he wants. Ava has really gotten herself into trouble now. She looked terrified when Jagger was telling her what she was going to do. I thought Lulu was already dead. When is Lucky coming back? How long has Lulu been in that vegetative state minus 20 years? They're running out of storylines. TJ, Molly, and Christina should have been allowed to see or hold the baby. The writers missed this crucial moment for grieving and closure. Thanks to the writers for making TJ and Molly so unlikable. I'd rather see Nina on screen than those two, and that's saying a lot. And Molly blaming Christina for losing the baby. This storyline needs to wrap up quickly. Facts are facts. Christina never should have confronted a known murderer, especially while pregnant. Ava should never have touched Christina in any way. Ava lied multiple times to the police and tampered with a crime scene. That's guilty behavior. Christina even threatened to bring up Morgan and Connie in family court. Christina was walking away, and Ava reached out to touch her. If Ava hadn't touched her, Christina probably wouldn't have tripped over Jagger's bag. Ava lied to Dante and Chase, claiming Christina attacked her, even going so far as to accuse her of being bipolar like her father. Why would she say that, knowing her own daughter shares those genes? No one signed any papers in the beginning. Christina carried the baby, so she has more rights than Molly and TJ. Honestly, I'm still confused about how this all played out. Molly and TJ were supposed to be the parents to a beautiful baby girl, so why does Christina keep saying, "My baby died"? Wasn't she just the surrogate for Molly and TJ? Alexis, this isn't good for you. You've just picked a side, and when you tell Christina, she'll do it anyway. Molly warned her about what would happen when Christina was told she had to testify, but no, Christina had to go in hot and confront Ava. That's all on Christina. Don't mess with Trina and Ava's friendship, for goodness sake, and put Christina back in the character closet. She caused this mess, and I hope TJ and Molly learn what she intended. I wish they'd fix the writing for Cates. Keeping him as a permanent FBI agent in Port Charles, especially with Brennan also there, had potential. Fix Ava too. She should be smarter than she's been acting, but at least she admitted yesterday that she's been stupid. I'm tired of Molly and TJ treating Christina like crap. I bet you, the first chance they get, Christina will end up having their baby, and then Molly will finally be a mom, or maybe Molly will get pregnant, but Christina will never be able to have kids again. Molly is being a selfish little brat, whining, and TJ. I've never liked his character because he's so whiny. Maybe it's for the best if they break up, and Molly has no rights to the baby because Christina never signed the papers. Christina should be included in naming the baby. We all have our own opinions here, so let's respect each other's views on this storyline. Yep, Christina is an unstable mess. She should have never been allowed to attempt surrogacy. She's a nutcase. I'm glad she didn't name the baby, from what the previews are showing. That was up to the parents of the baby, Molly and TJ, to decide on the name. Even though Christina carried the baby and was the egg donor, she still wasn't the mom. I figured she'd go off the rails and think she was the mom. I do like the actress, though. I wish they would make the character grow up and start being a decent human being. But with Alexis Davis as her mom, the chances are slim. Molly is a little OCD, and Sam isn't the best behaved person, although she's probably the best of the three. Honestly, I could do without the Davis girls altogether. So Christina had no intention of ever turning that baby over to TJ and Molly. This is exactly why Alexis thought it was a bad idea from the start. I don't understand why Molly needed to be biologically connected to the baby. She wouldn't have been with the first surrogate, and she was perfectly fine with that. This is all wrong. Molly and TJ naming the baby girl without Christina is wrong, and accusing her of deliberately killing the baby is wrong too. They can't know what Christina is feeling right now. They're only feeling loss, but Christina is feeling the pain. To me, they're acting selfishly over this. She was our baby, not hers, ours. No, technically Christina is the bio mom, and TJ is the bio dad. He's just going along with this. It really needs to stop. Maybe Rick coming back will set Molly straight. We can only hope. I love Sonny and his family, but TJ and Molly have a lot of nerve holding a funeral without the proper documents. The birth certificate and death certificate are incorrect. Christina is the biological mother, not Molly, and since Christina never signed away her parental rights, she should be on both documents. They should have consulted Christina before making any decisions. This situation is getting out of hand and is completely wrong. Someone needs to confront Stella for falsifying the documents, and the police commissioner is also culpable. The name is beautiful, but it's being done without the mother. This is unconscionable. It seems like everyone is complaining and never satisfied with the storylines. I have no clue what Sonny means about Anna. If he goes after her, Robert, Scorpio, and Mac from back in the day would destroy Sonny. But he does need to be on the show, lol. I'm so tired of Jagger, Ava, and now Christina insisting that Molly should have been included in naming the baby. Also, Irene was not TJ's grandmother. He never met her. Sean was his father, not Tommy. Although it's nice that TJ and Molly are doing this, the writers seem to think the audience is too forgetful to remember these details. And please, no more Drew and Nina together. I can't stand it. I seriously don't know how much longer I can watch Kate's. This whole storyline needs to end, and Kate's needs to go away. He may be a good actor, but the character is terrible. GH needs to be realistic. John Cates works for the feds. How are they going to have a mobster and a lawyer outsmart an FBI agent? That never happens. Then he has a meltdown in the courthouse. I don't care for Kate's character, but he is a good actor. It seems like he's about to become a psycho because who holds a grudge for 30 years? They'll probably find a way to get rid of his character in classic GH style. I'm glad Jason told Anna off. How can she criticize Sonny when she let Valentin go? Now that she knows about the pills, what will she do? She also slept with him after letting him go. She shouldn't be a cop. It's hard to believe that two parents who were planning for and expecting a baby didn't already have a name. Sometimes this happens, but it's not like they couldn't decide. It feels more like it never even occurred to them. Alexis should not be encouraging Christina to hide the truth about her intention to claim her own baby. Christina's feelings are entirely normal and natural, which is why the law allows biological mothers, time after birth, to reconsider adoption agreements. Especially now, with the loss of the baby, TJ and Molly's insistence on taking over Christina's grief and loss is unacceptable. It should be Christina who names and buries her daughter. They need to step back and allow the person who actually has a connection to the baby to preserve her memory instead of trying to take that from her. Molly will eventually find out that Christina intended to keep the baby for herself, and Alexis's constant coddling of Christina is not helping. When Molly learns the truth, she's going to confront her big sister, and I'm ready for it. Why is Mana Reeves choosing Ava Jerome over Christina Corinthos? Sonny Corinthos, Michael Corinthos, and Willow Corinthos will not be happy about this. Nina is on good terms with them right now. Why would she jeopardize that? Eva betrayed Nina, but Christina did not. Alexis should not be encouraging Christina to conceal her intentions regarding the baby. Christina's feelings are valid, which is why the law allows for a period of reconsideration after birth. With the baby's loss, TJ and Molly's attempt to overshadow Christina's grief and claim the right to name and bury her daughter is wrong. They should let Christina, who has a real connection to the baby, honor her child's memory instead of trying to take that from her. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.